We've learned that sitting too much is bad for your health, but what exactly is bad about it? Let's take a closer look at the mechanism. Prolonged sitting results in decrease in lipoprotein lipase activity. This leads to a decreased uptake of free fatty acids into skeletal muscle and adipose tissue. In other words, when we don't use our muscles when we're sitting, an enzyme on the border of muscle tissue is less active. That enzyme, lipoprotein lipase, would remove triglycerides from the bloodstream and allow HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, into the bloodstream. So what it is effectively doing is it's putting bad cholesterol into the circulation and not allowing good cholesterol into the circulation. And the result is an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Another enzyme that's negatively affected by prolonged sitting is the muscle glucose transporter. So this is acronym GLUT, glucose transporter. And it's responsible for taking sugar up from the bloodstream and into muscle tissue. It gets a signal from insulin, and insulin is released when blood sugar gets high, to take up sugar from the bloodstream. With prolonged sitting, the GLUT transporter doesn't respond as well to the insulin signal, doesn't do its job of taking sugar up into muscle tissue, which means the sugar is left in the bloodstream and the cells are then resistant to insulin. This leads to an increased risk of obesity and diabetes. And finally, there is, with prolonged sitting, decreased bone mineral density. Bone mineral density is important for strong bones, and when we have weaker bones, we are more likely to fracture our hips, for example, when we fall, and that is one of the major causes of death in the elderly. There are so many harmful effects from sitting, and it is so common that it's been nicknamed the new smoking, sitting as the new smoking.